Okay, this is for assignment 1. And on assignment 1, the last problem, I want you to look at the notion of the number of classes that we might have in a histogram. This particular demo online allows us to look at the bin width. That is the width of the class. So for example, this data has to do with the time between eruptions of Old Faithful and Yellowstone. This is 200 something data values. They range from somewhere you can see there on the low end, about 45 minutes in between eruptions, to almost 100 minutes in between eruptions. That vertical line right by 45 seems to be some sort of error with the software. On page 14 of our book, it talks about the histogram that might be the skyscraper effect. That's the words they use, and that would be this extreme, to have maybe a bin width that's too small, in this case 0.3 minutes. Or you might think that's a lot of classes, and I'll scroll over to the other end, and they call this the pancake effect, where a bin width is too wide. Here, 25 minutes, I mean there's only 3 classes, ranging from say 35 to almost 60, etc. And you can see those 3 classes there. If we had all one class, we would have sort of why they call it the pancake effect. There's just one big rectangle, and you really don't see anything but the min and the max in that. And so the goal here is with this particular set of data to try and think about which bin width would be the best way to see what's going on with the time between eruptions with Old Faithful. So first try and see what actually you see in the data, and then think about what bin width. And so I'm going to scroll from a very large bin width to that very small bin width, and I'll go slowly, and hopefully you can see maybe some interesting things that are going on, in particular in the context of the data. Not just thinking which bin width is right, but what do we see in the context of the data, and that will be the question on assignment 1. So I'm scrolling, and I'm back to the skyscraper, and I'll scroll back to the pancake in a second. And hopefully you can pause this video at any point to try and see which value for a bin width at the top that you might use, okay, in answering the question. All right, that's it.